Hello, everybody. You guys might get to hear some thunder boom booms because they've been pretty loud. Ava's not happy. She's not happy at all. She's hiding under the desk. She's hiding wherever my feet are, and she's, directly under them. It's okay. You can come out, Ava. You want a treat? It's okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. She's like, I'll do it just for the treat. Just for the treat, Mama. Yeah. That's what I'm up against tonight. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm surprised I'm even here. I'm not gonna lie. I had y'all know I had my mama boob squish today, and so that took a considerable amount of my day. Considering my appointment was supposed to be at 2:15, and at 10:45 I got a call from the driver. Are you still going to your appointment? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, I'm here. Sir, do you not know how appointments work? It is 10:45 and my appointment's at 2:30 or 2:15 for check-in. What? He's like, oh, you think they can get you in early? Not exactly. What? We can try, I suppose. So anyways, Ava, you want your third? Here, I'll just give it to you. You don't gotta come out, baby. You're good. So anyways, I was still getting ready at the time. I wasn't expecting it. So I finished up my shower and got dressed and everything, and we headed out just after noon. Got there at 1, and the check-in lady was like, you're quite early. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I don't expect you guys to work me in. If you have some free extra, time, by all means. I wouldn't mind going early, but I'm not demanding it. So, yeah, they got me in about 15 minutes early. I had to sit there the whole time. And, yeah, that was my fun. That was my fun for the day. Hour ride there, hour ride back, and hour in the waiting room, basically. Well, a little more than an hour, but so then I get home and Ava's doghouse had been delivered, which I was actually quite stoked about. It was scheduled for delivery today, and then I got a notification saying that it was going to be delayed. So I wasn't expecting it until tomorrow or the next day, and it arrived on time. So I put that together since I knew the rain was coming, and I know how Ava feels about rain. So, and the cats, but this one's actually for Ava. It's a large doghouse. It's beautiful, and she fits in it, but she don't want to be in it. I'm gonna have to tuck treats on the inside and hope she sniffs them out or something. I don't know. But Squishy had sent me a message and said, hey, you might want to get this one. I think it'd make a good live. And so I put that together. It's a drag racing case. I have not watched it. I edited it quickly. So, and then I found a couple things on Judge Hayward's docket and one thing on Judge Pattison's docket. Patterson. The one that's taking over for Judge Middleton, I'm assuming. But he's been there a while because there's cases of him from 2 and 3 years ago. So he just hasn't streamed for a very long time. Or maybe maybe he wasn't on the bench for a couple of years. I'm not sure. I don't know if Michigan is a vote-in kind of thing or if they're elected. I don't know. I don't know. So, anyways, we've got 4 cases tonight, and I can speak for 3 of them. And Squishy vouches for the other one. So, and then Squishy was a lifesaver, and he sent me a case that I was trying to get, and I got cock blocked by YouTube, so I wasn't able to get it. He saved my bacon, but I didn't have time to edit it by the time I saw it. So, yay for Squishy! Hello, Jerry Matthew Boyd. Hello, Buzzy Bug. Hello, Wolf Lord Lover. Hello, Nana Laura. Hello, Dark Zoomy. Now I fall into the category of others. Let's see how it is. All this time, and I'm just an other. Hello, Wire Mother. Oh, Nana Laura, you're such a sweetie. That's the link for how you can support the channel. It's got all the social medias, the address, the Discord link. It's got buy me a coffee on there, all the stuff. So thank you for sharing that. Hello, Penny. Penny was early and I was on time, which I call early. Hello, Charlie. I will hurt you. I will hurt you. I love you. I will hurt you. Hello, Mortimer Duke. Yeah, I know you've been waiting all day. You've been waiting all day. Hi, Billy. How you doing, baby? Should I be scared? Looking for the favor. Hold on. I gotta say hi. Hi, Holly Naomi. Hello, Spider-Man. I'm sitting on pins and needles. The anticipation's killing me. Oh, honey. I'm sorry. Absolutely. And then Mortimer Duke. Gosh. so heartfelt and meaningful and purposeful, and then I see your next message. I just want to smack you, and I love you so much. I love you so much. Tim George is taking over from Middleton. I am not familiar with Tim George. Well, then it's Pattison. It's something like that. It's Pattison, I think. Pattison. Oh, see, you guys know more about it than I do. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Smart ass. Oh man, it would be tragic to lose Middleton and not gain anything in his place. We've lost so many good courts. Squishy and I talk about it all the time. How many good courts have gone missing, gone rogue. Hello, Purple Kiv. Huh. Ha. That'll show him. I wonder, like, so I have a couple thoughts. I know. Save us all. So, like, my Eufy, when I get notifications, if there's too many in the drop-down window, it stops at 49. I don't get a 50th one. So I'm wondering if sometimes when we're not getting notifications, if it's because our drop-down window has built up too many notifications that it has decided, hey, she's not checking them anyways, let's just not notify her anymore. So that's one thought that I have. The fix for that would be pull your drop down, and where you see the spot that says YouTube, just swipe it. It clears them all off of there. If you don't want to go back and look through them and find, all of the cases that you got notified for and didn't watch. So that's one thought. I don't know if, like, I have do not disturb apparently set on my computer so that sounds don't go off, but I still want to see the banners. Well, that works until about 12:30, and then it just stops working for some reason. I don't know. And I stop receiving notifications to everything I've subscribed to. So unless it's Donut Operator, like he pops up still for some reason. I don't know. But I don't, and I've checked, like there's no times set, so I don't know why it does that, but I don't know if maybe it's a do not disturb setting. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Hello, Lisette Panette. See, Dark Zoomy, I'm someone to her. Yes, that's every day for your April. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, I knew that he was, I knew it was that's what I thought was Pattison. That's what I thought. I wasn't sure if he was replacing Middleton or if he was a, co-worker alongside of him type situation. I don't know. I was assuming that since he popped up now and Middleton is, we know that he's going soon, eventually, I just tried putting a puzzle together and the pieces didn't fit. I did, Jerry. I did. And you're still not going to see him. No. Because then hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I got to go let a cat in. Well, she wouldn't come in, so did I turn the wrong camera off? Oh, dingleberries. I'm sorry, guys. I meant to leave the cat tower cam on. Hello, Larry. Yeah, if I hear a meow again, then I'm going to have to go try to get her to come back in. All right. Because I'm a big dummy. And when I loaded the cameras up, that was the first one that loaded in the system. And I thought I corrected it when I put mine on the screen first. Apparently, no. The system still recognizes the cat cam as the primary cam. So there's that. Hello, Jenny Green Honey. Hi, Billy. How you doing, baby boy? You want to say hi? Yeah, you want to say hi, everybody? Yes. I know. Big grumpy boy. Don't you sit on the keyboard. Thank you. I know it's a dangerous game that I play. Hello, Otto! Yes, we fixed it. I am so sorry that happened. I am so incredibly sorry. Donald Westerdale and you somehow, and I have absolutely zero idea how it happened, but Donald Westerdale and you got booted from the channel, and I do not know how it happened, and I am so sorry that it did. I'm so glad that you're back, though. Well, as much as we want to blame Mortimer just because it's fun, he is pled innocent. He's pled not guilty in this case. So we don't know. We don't know for sure. I mean, heck, for all we know, it could have been me. I don't think it was, but it could have been, you know. I mean, I walk around holding my phone by the strap all the time. Very likely I could have bumped something. I don't know, but I'm really sorry. No, golly, no. And please, guys, just because we know each other around here, and we know accidents happen like this. If y'all get booted, just please reach out to me. I will genuinely, honestly tell you if I have blocked or banned you for whatever reason it was. I don't really see that happening with my regular crew, but I mean, stranger things have happened, I suppose. But yeah, just send me a message in Discord. If you email me, I'll never see it. I swear, I promise. I'm the worst email person in the world. But I don't even know what day it was, man. I wish I suppose there's probably a way that I could do some giant investigation and go through all the community moderations in the Google platform or whatever and figure it out. But it's not, I mean, finding out who did it really isn't super, super duper important. It happened. It wasn't supposed to happen, and we fixed it. So that's all that matters. Well, don't tell Donald. I'm just teasing all of you. Hello, Squishy. Oh, well, if you can get word to Nana Laura, Mortimer Duke, C-Rex, or Auntie M, or Sir Philip, those 5 have my number. They are the chosen ones. No. Yes, and Jerry lives in Discord. I didn't ban that one jackass. I thought about it. I didn't do it though. I can't ban Jerry. He's the movie guy. He streams all the movies in Discord. Well, that's because it was his fault. I mean, come on. Call a spade a spade. Oh, my tummy hurts. Oh my gosh. You guys got me laughing so hard. And you love every minute of it. Speaking of which, Judge Hayward calls out crazy tonight too. It's another fun case. Yeah. All right, guys. Would you quit licking my bourbon bottle? Thank you. Snitch is weird. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Where did that come from? Oh. Let's go. Hello. Oh, is this okay? Yes, I did. Okay, hold on. Snitch kicked it off the table. And I just hadn't gotten around to picking it up yet. Oh, along with all the other mail that Snitch knocked off. And I got a Dear Monroe County Citizen letter from the Monroe County Courts with my juror ID number. It's not a summons, only a questionnaire. So I have to fill that out. I doubt I would ever be accepted for jury duty, especially considering what I do for a living. I think they would think better of that. Hey, I would love it. But the moment they hear, oh yeah, I'm a YouTube streamer and I run court dockets and body cam videos, they'd be like, potential for bias. All right. What did my brother get me this time? It says, it doesn't have a gift message. Ooh. Oh, there it is. I knew there'd be one in there. I know you've not been sleeping well, so I thought I would give you something to help. To my sister, love, Charlie. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so soft. It's women's sleeveless V-neck satin nightgown. It's a satin nightgown. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Thank you so much, Charlie. It's so incredibly soft. You are way, way too sweet to me. Thank you so much. I don't deserve you guys. I don't deserve any of you. Thank you so much, Charlie. It's so pretty, too. Look at this gorgeous blue. I love it. Permanently. I think my health conditions are enough to get me banned from jury duty, to be honest. If I tell them I gotta pee every 20 minutes, they're not gonna let me serve. You just want to see, you big perv. I love you guys all so much. I am so incredibly blessed. Oh, now you're going too far. That's a ban. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you. We all knew it. We all knew it. It's actually like it's not revealing. So I mean, I technically could try it on. It's just a V-neck. So but I am going to save that for off camera. Golly, I can't believe how soft that is. There's another one. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Charlie. Oh. Earl's got the zoomies again. All right.
Spray?
Xyla.
Is it Xyla? Okay.
Yeah,
Xyla. How long you been in jail?
just a couple days.
Okay, what do you recall what day you got picked up?
No, I put myself in jail like 3 days ago.
Okay, so Saturday sound right or Friday?
Sunday, I think. Sunday, I think. I don't know. I think it was Sunday.
So just yesterday.
Yeah, I think. I
Okay.
can't remember.
All right. Well, it looks like actually it might have been today, but maybe it was early morning hours. All right.
Yeah.
So, and it looks like you got arrested before on this, and okay, you were arrested on the 1st. How long were you in on that one when you were arrested the first time and you had to post?
I have no idea.
What's that?
I'm trying to figure out how soon am I going to get out of jail? Am I going to do the whole time now, or can I get out of jail?
What I'm trying to ask you is how many days you did the first time you were arrested?
Well, I've been arrested before for the this is for meth or whatever the fuck for a while because I had probation now. They just took me out of court.
All right.
I had
Do you
court outside
recall?
where I dropped for probation.
Do you recall posting bond earlier in this case? You posted a $200 bond in April.
No, I don't remember that.
Okay, I'm gonna need an interpreter, I think. Hold on. Hi, are you able to tell me how many days she was in before? I can't tell from the ROA. It says she was arrested on April 1st, and I show a bond that she posted a 10% bond. Maybe I don't know if she posted that the same day. See, it's interesting because it says she didn't post it till the 13th. Oh, maybe the 10th. So I'm betting she was maybe in 10 days before. Okay, so that's 12 days and she just got picked up like last night, 2 days ago. Gosh, this shows that she was arrested today on here. 5/18. Oh no, there we go. Okay, so she got 14 days in. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, you got 14 days credit in this. If you plead guilty to this, I am not going to, oh wait, I didn't hit the record button. All right, this is people of the state of Michigan versus Xyla Elizabeth Frey. Ms. Frey is here appearing here through Zoom and Polycom from the St. Joseph County Jail. Mr. Stickley, the Chief Public Defender, is also appearing through Zoom and Polycom. And this is file 252571. Mr. Stickley can answer any questions you might have, Ms. Frey. You've already served a bunch of time on this case, and you were charged with breaking and entering or illegal entry, which is a misdemeanor. It carries up to 90 days in jail, up to $100 fine. If you plead guilty, I'm going to give you time served. There's $180 that I can use towards your bond, unless that was from a surety, and I don't think it was. I think that.
How do I plead guilty? I just say I'm not, like it's no or something? What do I say?
All right. Mr. Stickley, anything you want to add? I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
I apologize, Your Honor. That was my fault. Your Honor, I think that that's a very generous Cobb's offer. I think that she does, just from what she's talking about, just wants to get released. So if she enters a guilty plea, then and they'll take her bond money if it hasn't been forwarded, put it towards that, and she can go. I think that she would appreciate that very much.
All right. As I told you, Ms. Frey, illegal entry is a misdemeanor, and I told you what the penalties are. How do you wish to plead to that charge?
I just want to go home. I don't know. I don't know how to.
Well, it's your choice. Do you want to plead guilty or not guilty?
Whatever's gonna get me out of this, or guilty, probably, right? Or not guilty. I don't know. Which one's the one that I'm supposed to do?
Well, if you plead not guilty, even if I let you out, you got to come back to court again. And if you don't show up, then you'll get a bench warrant again. If you plead guilty, I've already told you what the penalty is going to be. I'm going to give you time served, and I'm not even going to charge you some of the other expenses that I normally would. But it's up to you. You do what you want.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
All right. Are you going to plead guilty?
Yeah, because I have ability to come back.
If you plead guilty, okay, just listen now. If you plead guilty, you're giving up a number of rights. You have the right to the assistance of counsel at all stages of the proceedings, and you could hire an attorney of your own choosing, or one would be appointed for you. In fact, in this, you didn't have counsel yet in this one, but one would be appointed for you if you're financially unable to afford one. By pleading guilty, you're giving up the right to the assistance of counsel. You're also giving up the right to a trial in front of a judge or in front of a jury. And if you do that, you give up the right to hear the witnesses against you, to see the evidence, have the witnesses cross-examined and the evidence scrutinized, present your own witnesses and other evidence, have the court order witnesses to appear on your behalf, to testify yourself, or remain silent and not have that silence used against you. Finally, you give up the presumption of innocence and the requirement that the prosecutor prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand you're giving up all of these rights by pleading guilty?
Yeah.
Are you under the influence of any alcohol or controlled substance?
No.
Suffering from any stress that's impairing your ability to make a sound decision?
No.
Anyone threaten you in any way or promise you anything other than I've told you what your penalty is going to be?
No.
You're pleading guilty of your own free will.
Yeah. Will I get out today?
All right. Well, yeah, but let's get this done first. Were you in Flowerfield Township of St. Joseph County, Michigan on October 3rd of 2025?
Yeah.
And did you go into someone's house that day without having permission to do so?
Yes, I do.
All right, I find you provide the factual basis for the plea. It's offered voluntarily, knowingly and understandingly. It's accepted. I'm going to show 14 days jail, credit 14, 0 to go. State minimum fee of 50, crime victim right fee of 75. Your 180 was the total that you had posted. And so I'm gonna use 125 there, so your fines and costs together are going to be 180 minus 125, so 65, right? Yeah, 60, no, 55. So 55 minus your minus bond should be 0. So I think you're gonna be good to go, all set for today, okay?
Okay,
All right, thank you and have a good day.
thank you.
Thank you, Judge. That's the only one you had, right?
All right. We're going to take just a quick break for just a moment because I have a point to prove to Jerry. I have not seen the real McCoy tonight. He was in Discord earlier, though. All right, Jerry. This is Judge Robert Pattison. And this, here's proof. Here's proof.
You arrested on.
Hold on. It's the case.
What I'm trying to ask you is how many days you did.
That's from today. So, let's see. Does it have any more information about him? No. But he is a judge in Michigan, and he used to see, this was him. This is a 2 and 3 year old version of him. So like I said, he's been a judge for a while, or he was a judge and is just coming back recently. I'm not sure. I really like him. He's got a good personality. What? Oh my gosh. Hold on. Once it starts sharing screen, I can't see chat anymore. So I did not know. You're not seeing it? It is. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't know why you weren't seeing it. But anyways, so this is Judge Robert Pattison, and this is
Ray?
I have no idea.
the case from today.
What's that?
So, and then I was just, the other thing that I showed was he's got cases on here from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, yeah, so he's been there for a while. His hairline has receded significantly in 2 years, the poor guy. No, I really do like him, though. I love that. I've heard him refer to the other judge, but I never knew that it was Judge Pattison. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, I had no idea. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend I'm an expert. I all I know is Jerry. Na 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 boo boo. Jerry and I were having a war in chat because he kept saying Patterson, and I'm like, no, and I kept correcting him. Jerry just thinks I'm as stupid as I think I am. Oh, wow. I know Judge. Somebody told me how to pronounce it. And I already forgot. But when I say Judge Gauthier, you know which one I'm talking about. Well, he also handles divorce cases and probate matters. So I don't know, Jerry. I don't know. Okay. Well, thank you. I don't know. So yeah, for a while in 53rd, Judge Gauthier had to do that same thing. He was handling I think it was for the 68th. He was handling cases. He had to handle a couple of soft sit matters that were in other districts as well, and he was just filling in for them. So, oh, okay. Now that I have proved Jerry wrong, I can resume cases.
Lynch.
Judge Dante Baker, who has 3 matters, he's ready to go forward with a negotiated plea.
I'm ready.
Come forward, Mr. Baker.
Come on up, Mr. Baker. He's in the courtroom, right?
Yes, Judge. I'm gonna have him stand and all that. You're gonna talk into this mic.
All right. So, Mr. Baker, raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes.
All right. So Mr. Baker, you can put your hand down, sir. You're before the court on 3 cases. The first is 2022 CR 07340 for criminal trespass with damage. This is Dante Fernando Baker. Mr. Lynch is representing you. Mr. Lynch, what does your client plead to the offense on that case?
Guilty.
All right. Mr. Baker, you're also before the court on 2025 CR 03995 for stalking, count 1, criminal trespass, count 2, harassing phone calls, count 3, and public drunk, count 4. Mr. Lynch, what does your client plead to the offense on that case?
Judge, he's gonna plead guilty to count 2. He's gonna also plead guilty to count 3. Counts 1 and 4 would be null pros pursuant to the agreement, as I understand it.
All right. And 2025 CR 04002, battery count 1 and simple battery count 2. What does your client plead to those offenses?
Judge, my understanding is that entire case is going to be null pros pursuant to the plea agreement.
All right. Is that the state's understanding, Ms. Adams?
Your Honor.
All right. All right. So, Mr. Baker, by entering a plea of guilty onto the only count on the first case, by entering a plea of guilty to counts 2 and 3 on the second case, the third case, case 2025 CR 04002, will be null pros in its entirety. By entering those pleas of guilty, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, factual basis recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. As to the case 2022 CR 07340, on March 7th, 2022, officers responded to 910 Clare Ridge Park Drive in Clayton County in reference to a disturbance. Upon arrival, they made contact with the victim, Ashley Lane, Lane, who advised that the defendant came to that location to talk about their relationship. The victim advised that she did not open the front door due to him being aggressive, and that the defendant ripped the Ring doorbell camera off the front door and came to her bedroom with it. The victim advised that the defendant was screaming at her to let him inside of the residence, and that eventually he threw the Ring doorbell camera at her bedroom window, causing the window to crack. Should I give you the recommendation for this case now? Since it's a
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
okay. As to count one, the state is recommending 12 months to serve 5 days. Credit for the time that's been served. The balance is suspended. The defendant is to have no contact with the victim, Ashley Lane.
All right, next case.
As to the case 2025 CR 03995, on August 5th, 2024, officers responded to 615 River Mist Drive, Jonesboro, Georgia, in Clayton County, in reference to a disturbance. Upon arrival, officers made contact with the victim's brother, who advised that that the defendant had entered their home while uninvited, searching for his ex-girlfriend, which is the victim. The brother or the witness explained that he was inside of their home and that he had persuaded the defendant to exit the house. And when he did, he was able to close and lock the door behind him. When officers then contacted the victim to get an understanding of the situation, the victim advised that she had recently ended her relationship with the defendant, and that she had blocked his number. He continued to persistently call her from no caller ID and once from an Ohio number. Total, she received 34 calls from the no caller ID and from the Ohio number. This guy is psycho. 100% stalker, psycho, and scary. Train Nana Laura. And one voicemail that stated, "I'll see you later. Don't worry, I'll see you later." As to count two, the state is recommending 12 months to serve 5 days. Credit for the time served. The balance will suspend as long as the defendant has or stays away and has no contact with the victim, Ashley Lane. That's to run concurrent with count 3, 12 months to serve 5 days. Credit for the time served. Have no contact with Ashley Lane. And the case ending in 07340.
All right,
And the remaining counts will be nullified.
Mr. Baker, let me just tell you, my heart is racing here about these cases because what scares me is this is the precursor to when you hear on the news somebody has committed a murder-suicide. You may think it's love, but really it is a whole bunch of crazy. If somebody decides they don't want to be in a relationship with you, you don't get to force them to be in a relationship with you. It's not cute. It's not romantic. It's not passionate. It's crazy. Anytime I hear facts like this, I become very afraid. And my first thought is hoping that the person who is the object of your attention or affection makes whatever efforts they need to do to protect themselves. And I mean, whatever efforts they need to do, all efforts, because you can't force a relationship on somebody. And if they've decided that they don't want to be in a relationship with you, you don't get to decide that they have to be in a relationship with you until you're ready to walk away. That's crazy. It's not love. It's not passion. It ain't cute. None of it. That is the stuff that we warn women about. Like, those are all the red flags. All these cases are the red flags to me. And so the fact that the battery case is not going forward, I don't even want to hear because I'm on the verge right now of rejecting this plea, because I don't even want to hear what the battery case is about, because I know it involves the same person. And so, what I would say to you, Mr. Baker, is you need to get some counseling. Because if you are in a relationship and you don't know how to let go of a relationship, then you need some serious counseling. Because, like I said, that's crazy. That's the stuff that murder suicides are made of. And I don't care. Don't speak, because your attorney is right. And there's not a whole lot you can say to me based on what I'm hearing. There's not a lot you can say to me to convince me that I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. Because what you don't understand is you have to respect people's autonomy. And if somebody says, I don't want to be in a relationship with you, they have the right to do that. They have the right to walk away. And just like all of us who've been in a relationship with somebody and the relationship has ended, we all have to deal with that hurt and that pain and then move on to the next thing. You're not in a relationship with the first person you fell in love with in high school or middle school. So you understand intellectually that relationships end, but you cannot be a viable candidate for a relationship if you don't understand that people have the right to make choices. And those choices mean you don't come to their house. If they say they don't want to talk to you, you don't call them 34 times. You don't stalk them. You don't, try and convince their brother to let you in the house. That is the kind of stuff where we hear on the news that somebody has done something crazy.
Jay, where you at? You riding with me?
So not sure who is still not.
Kira, you need to be on mute. You're unmuted.
And please, ladies and gentlemen, don't come on this screen unless you put your first and last names on the screen. I can't help you if I just see a first name. Okay, so back to Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker, I so sincerely am afraid. Because this is the kind of case that will haunt me for a minute, because I really don't feel like you get it. And I feel like whoever the next romantic partner is that you get involved with, it's going to be the same situation. I feel like there should be some counseling as part of this deal. Mr. Lynch?
Judge,
Also, let me just point out too, before Mr. Lynch speaks, you actually on the second case should have been charged with aggravated stalking, which is a felony punishable by up to 10 years in prison, because you already had a bond condition to keep you away from Miss Lane on the first case. So by violating that bond condition, you actually should have been charged with the felony. And I have to keep reminding Chief Roberts and all of the police officers and the sheriff's officers that that's the appropriate charge for somebody who violates a bond condition, especially if the next case is a case involving violence, harassment, or intimidation. So you got the benefit of somebody not understanding their role as a police officer, but you should have been charged with a felony, and this case should have gone upstairs to be prosecuted in Superior Court. So you got a benefit that you shouldn't have got. Go ahead, Mr. Lynch.
Well, Judge, I did stress, and I do believe that Mr. Baker understands the no contact provision. And my understanding is he does not have contact with this person anymore. But Judge, we are going to ask the court to accept the state's recommendation. I'm not sure if you are saying that you want it to be conditions to be added to. if you want an additional condition, I will certainly discuss that with Mr. Baker and Miss Adams. Is that what I'm hearing from the court? I just want to make sure I'm hearing you.
Mr. Baker, listen to me. Don't make me regret not stopping this whole thing and sending it upstairs, because I can ask for it to be transferred.
I won't, ma'am.
Don't make me regret not transferring this as a felony to Superior Court.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Understand completely that even though it is a suspended sentence, if you have contact with Miss Lane, if you have any contact with Miss Lane, if you have any contact with Miss Lane, even through a third party, even through social media, even through a spoofed number, any contact with Miss Lane, then you will be subject to being rearrested and spending the remainder of your sentence in jail. You could also be charged with additional misdemeanors, or particularly the felony of aggravated stalking, which is punishable by up to 10 years in prison, a $10,000 fine, or both, or all three of those things could happen. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. And the Clayton County Jail is not where you want to be right now. Jail is not where you want to be anyway, but it is particularly bad, sir. And I would have no problems putting you in there for the entirety of the remainder of your sentence if I find out that you have any contact with Miss Lane. If Miss Lane contacts you, you better run like there's fire on you. If she contacts you, you keep a record of it, you share that with your attorney, but you do not respond. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. So as to case 2022 CR 07340, I'm going to accept your plea to criminal trespass with damage to property. 12 months to serve 5 days, credit for time served. Balance will be suspended as long as you have no contact with Ashley Lane. This will run concurrent with the case 2025 CR 03995 on the second count, criminal trespass, 12 months, 5 days, credit for time served. Balance will be suspended as long as you have no contact with Ashley Lane. For case 3, harassing phone calls, 12 months to serve 5 days, credit for time served, balance suspended as long as you have no contact with Ashley Lane. Counts 1 and count 4 will be no pros. Do you understand, Mr. Baker?
Yes.
All right. Like I said, please don't make me regret it. Mr. Lynch?
Nothing further, Judge.
All right.
Thank you.
Dear Lord, I hope that woman is safe.
Your Honor, I do have an announcement if this is an appropriate time.
Yes, Mr. Lynch?
James Murphy on
Yes.
the 11 o'clock calendar.
Yes.
We're ready to go forward with the plea.
Mr. Murphy? Raise your right hand. Good morning. Good afternoon. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. So, Mr. Murphy, you're before the court on State of Georgia versus James Antoine Murphy, 2022 CR 06639. You're represented by the law firm of Lister, Holt, and Dennis. You're charged with DUI second offense, count 1, DUI less safe, count 2, open container, counts 3, 4, and 5, speeding 16 to 20 miles per hour, count 6, and improper lane change, count 7. Mr. Lynch, what does your client plead to the offenses before the court?
Judge, to count 1, he's going to plead guilty. Count 2 would merge. To count 3, he'll plead guilty. Count 4 would be null pros. Count 5 will be null pros. To count 6, he's going to plead guilty. And then count 7 is null pros pursuant to my understanding of the agreement.
All right. By entering a plea of guilty to counts 1, 3, and 6, count 2 will merge with count 1. Counts 4, 5, and 7 will be null pros. Sir, you give up the right to have a jury trial, trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf to not incriminate yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, factual basis recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On June 24th, 2022, officers were conducting traffic enforcement in the area of Clayton County, in the area around 101 Walding Landing Drive in Hampton, Georgia. When officers observed the defendant's vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed, officers caught the vehicle on laser traveling at 64 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone. Officers initiated a traffic stop and made contact with the defendant. When they made contact with the defendant, officers could smell the odor of alcohol emanating from the defendant's breath. The defendant also was observed with watery, bloodshot eyes and being unsteady on his feet. The defendant further stepped into traffic and almost got hit by a vehicle. The officer asked the defendant how much he had to drink, and he said 1 beer, then later switching his statement to 2 beers. Later on, switching it again to say that he had 3 beers. Officers asked the defendant if he would participate in standardized field sobriety testing, to which he said no. Officers then began to place the defendant in hand restraints, read the defendant implied consent, to which the defendant agreed. And upon a search vehicle incident to arrest, officers observed 3 open containers of alcohol, which were 2 bottles of Parmesan and a flask. Upon arrival, or once the officers took the defendant or transported the defendant to the jail, they were able to get blood, and the blood was 0.248. The BAC was a 0.248. As to count 1, the state is recommending 12 months to serve 1 day, credit for the time served. The balance will be probated for the defendant to pay a $500 fine, complete a substance abuse evaluation and follow any recommended treatment, have no drugs or alcohol, and is subject to random screens and tests, and 40 hours of community service. Count 2 will merge. Count 3 is a $200 fine. Count 4 is no price. Count 5 will be no price. Count 6 is a $100 fine, and count 7 will be no price. I'm sorry, Judge, I'm muted.
Mr. Lynch.
Judge, we are accepting the court, asking the court to accept the recommendation from the state. Mr. Murphy has been trying to get this case resolved since we last spoke, and we asked the court to accept the state's recommendation.
Okay, questions. So Mr. Murphy's blood was 0.248, and it says DUI second offense. So we're talking about 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 10? What we're talking about?
It's
This is first 10. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Ms. Adams.
I'm not sure why I was charged like that. This is his 1st and 10. He does have 3 previous ones, or this is his 3rd in life rather. One from 2005 that was adjudicated guilty, and then one from 2001, which was guilty adjudicated. And this would be his 3rd in life.
Mr. Murphy, are we not learning a lesson?
Yes, ma'am.
People say yes, ma'am, but here's the problem. Mr. Murphy, you've been before the court at least on these types of cases at 3 times. And I know the prevailing thought process is, well, I haven't, those are old cases. Not to me. DUIs don't become old cases ever. And the reason is because if the pattern doesn't stop and you continue, even if we catch you every 3 to 5 years, it means there's a lot of times we don't catch you. And let me just tell you, if you were to kill somebody while driving under the influence, there is nothing I can sentence you to that would take the place of you waking up every morning knowing that you took somebody's life because you were not wanting to acknowledge the fact that you have an alcohol problem. Everybody thinks that if they're an alcoholic, it means they got to be falling down drunk. But my view of being an alcoholic is that it brings you before the court, that you are not functioning at optimal levels in your life. This case has brought you did at least one day in jail. But also, when you think about the fact that most people overall don't ever get a DUI, you've had 3. And so that scares me because it tells me that you're willing to take the consequences and still be 3 times the legal limit. 0.248 is 3 times the legal limit, which
I'm a
means
small
you
dude.
weren't just intoxicated, you was drunk. And a lot of times somebody who's 3 times the legal limit, they can't even stand up. But because you were driving and able to move forward, and you probably built up a tolerance. That indicates to me that you've built up a tolerance so that you could literally be 3 times the legal limit. So my concern is you're not learning from your experiences with respect to DUI.
Actually, I have, Your Honor. Can I permission to speak?
Yes, I'm waiting.
Your Honor, I can't. I take full responsibility for what I did, and just that day we were actually just finished celebrating after finished building our building, and got with the superintendents, and I knew better. I knew better.
So I get it, Mr. Murphy, but here's the problem though. This is third, like 2001, 2005. Okay, so this has been a big gap in between, but you know what the consequences are. You've been through it 2 times before. And for me, this feels like you just will take this as a bump in the road and you may end up here again. And that's scary to me.
No, I'm not coming back. I promise you that.
You probably said that the last 2 times. What is the difference? What is going to make the difference, Mr. Murphy?
This house right here, I just purchased in December. I just bought me a new house.
What's your
I
point?
got grandkids. That's my point. I got a whole family to take care of and grandkids. So,
How old is your
they
youngest
looking.
grandchild?
She just was born in December.
Okay, and how old is your oldest one?
She just turned 12 the other day, Sunday.
Okay, well, you had grandchildren at the time that you had this offense.
Right.
In fact, you had grandchildren probably both times. So I'm really confused as to how buying a house and having grandchildren, which you already had at least one grandchild the last time, or when this offense happened. Sir,
They weren't staying with me at the
huh?
time. I said they weren't staying with me at the time.
Yeah, well, I don't care about all that, Mr. Murphy. This is what I'm looking for. I'm
Yes,
looking
ma'am.
for something affirmative that you are doing to make sure that this doesn't happen again. If you told me, well, I've been in AA and I've, got a sponsor and I've made 60 days clean or a year clean or 3 years clean, that to me is something that you are affirmatively doing to make sure that this does not happen again. But what you're telling me is, well, I got too much to lose. Well, every time you've done this, you've had too much to lose. Every single time. I don't care what it was, you had something to lose.
Yes, ma'am.
This time you just have something different to lose. But for me, it didn't matter the last 2 times. So it didn't matter this time that you had a grandchild and probably more than one, but those are not persuasive to me. This is what I'm gonna do, and y'all can dither about it or whatever, but he's gonna do one AA or NA or one community support meeting per week, in addition to everything else we have going on.
Mr. Murphy, we can talk about that outside of the presence of the court, but I would recommend just accepting that and moving forward with this plea. I think would be the best course of action. If we need to talk about that outside of this venue, we can. But I believe that that's probably in everyone's best interest.
Yeah, because it's a step towards you actually getting help for your addiction. I don't even think putting him in jail would get the message across. I really don't. He doesn't even think he has a problem. And he's convinced that he can handle whatever problem it is on his own. Can't. He needs real help.
Are you okay going forward with that one additional condition that the judge is imposing, or do we need to take a break and talk about it?
Nah, let's go ahead and do it.
Okay, thank you.
All
Judge,
right.
thank you.
So, Mr. Murphy, as to count one, I'll send you to 12 months to serve 1 day, credit for time served. Balance will be probated for you to pay a fine in the amount of $500. It's going to be closer to $1,000 with the surcharges because of the enhanced amounts for a DUI. You'll do a substance abuse evaluation and any treatment that the evaluator may order. You're to have no alcohol or illicit drugs during the course of your probation, and you're subject to random screens for alcohol and drugs.
That substance use evaluation might turn up more and they might require more than just that once a week rehab or once a week AA. That's all she's requiring. But saying you have to have a substance use evaluation and follow all recommended conditions, yeah, they might have a different view on that once a week.
You'll do 40 hours of community service and show proof of having completed the 40 hours of community service. You'll also do the risk reduction course and show proof of having completed that. And you will attend one community support meeting per week for the cessation of alcohol and illicit drugs. And you will show proof of having attended each of those meetings. And sir, if you fail to attend the meetings on a regular basis and show proof of that, then you'll be back before me and we'll have a different kind of conversation. The quickest way to get rearrested or to come before the court is to fail to report to your probation reports. You must report as directed, and to not do any of the special conditions ordered by the court. If you have difficulty taking care of business and doing what I ordered you to do, then please speak to your probation officers. They're here to try and make sure that you successfully complete probation, but you have got to report as directed and you have got to complete the sentences that I've ordered you to do. Count 3 will run concurrent with count 1. That's going to be $298 with the surcharges. Count 6 will run concurrent with count 1, and that will be $153 total with the surcharges. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with the probation expert. They're going to get you signed up for probation. Ask any questions that you may have regarding your current situation, your work situation, your living situation, anything that would affect your ability to successfully complete probation. Make sure you ask those questions of our probation expert. Otherwise, you will get signed up with probation and continue until you have completed it, okay? Did you have
Yes,
any
ma'am.
questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, and I don't care if you attend, if you have the ability to attend one of the meetings virtually or in person, I don't care. I just want you to attend. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Miss James. Miss James is going to be in breakout room number 7, and Mr. Murphy, I'm going to put you in breakout room number 7, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You do not have to come back to the main room. Just make sure you do what you're directed to do by Miss James.
10-4. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
The frustrating thing is he seems like a decent guy. He does. Sober. He seems like a decent guy. I don't know what kind of demons he's facing in his life. I don't know what he's been through. But he clearly needs help. And I really hope that this is the first step to getting him sober. He says he's going to have his grandkids living with him in that house that he just bought. I hope that they have an influence and an impact on him. Because he does. He seems like a good guy. And I really do want the best for him. But at the rate he's going to kill someone. Or someone's child. I know I couldn't live with that. Especially not if it was because I chose to get drunk and drive. No.
Think about that grandbaby every time you get behind the wheel of a car.
Okay, how we doing?
Pretty good. I think Martin is. We're all back. I think
Okay,
he's,
very
he
good.
should be coming out.
Trying to get my video back on. All right, so everybody's ready. I'll just close the breakout rooms.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Can I have a couple sheets of paper, please, Madam Clerk? Thank you. Madam Clerk, did you get on Pedigree? We were going to remove the warrants. They got a new date. I just want to make sure that this, okay. I made a note for myself.
Yes, I sent an email about that.
Okay, we got 1 count of drag racing.
Mr. Townsend, you got to take that off your head.
I'm just taking a look at the statutes. Be right with you
Your
guys.
Honor.
Should I have to take my head off?
Yes, sir. Unless it's for religious purposes.
All right, 1 second.
Okay. All right, we're ready?
Believe so, Judge.
Thank you. Calling ticket number SP 186-97541, City versus Mytez Townsend. Today is the date and time scheduled for trial. Appears that all parties are present. Ms. Horn, your appearance, please.
Tamika Horn on behalf of the City of Detroit, P70303, Your Honor. Officer Martin, would you please state your name and badge number for the record?
Officer Joshua Martin, badge 4091, Detroit Police.
And good morning,
Thank
Your
you.
Honor. Tim Malafide, P72339, on behalf of Mytez Townsend. Mr. Townsend, go ahead and unmute yourself and state your full name for the record.
My name is Mytez Townsend.
Your Honor, it's my understanding, well, we're ready to proceed at this time with the trial.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Horn, is Officer Martin going to be your first witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Officer Martin, please raise your right hand. Go ahead and unmute. Thank you. And do you swear to tell the truth today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Horn.
Thank you, Your Honor. The people have charged Mr. Townsend with drag racing with another vehicle in the City of Detroit. Officer Martin is our complaining witness who was also there with a partner at the scene, and therefore charged Mr. Mytez as a participant, Mytez Townsend as a participant in that dangerous driving exhibition as noted by Detroit City Code section 31517A et al. Officer Martin, where are you currently?
I'm sorry, Attorney Horn, because I didn't ask for opening statements, but
That's
you
right.
gave And,
That's right.
and does that
That's it.
surmise
Yep.
your opening statement? Thank you. Attorney Malafide, did you wish to make an opening statement?
No, Your Honor, we'd waive.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Horn.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Officer Martin, where are you currently employed?
City of Detroit Police Department,
And how long have you been a police officer?
8.5 years.
Okay. And please describe any training that you've received as a police officer, especially as it states to traffic.
I'm an accident reconstructionist through the state of Michigan, Michigan State Police, and I've been LiDAR, radar trained for a little over 3 years.
Okay. And also, are you trained in observations as far as speed or driving?
Yeah, that comes with the LiDAR and radar.
Okay. And what did your training teach you to look for when it comes to a charge such as this, which is drag racing?
To have two vehicles going above the speed limit side by side simultaneously. That's the short of it.
And in this particular matter, on February 18th, 2026 at approximately 5:23 p.m., were you on duty?
I was on duty.
And were you at the intersection of Oakman Boulevard and Rosa Parks Boulevard?
I was.
And is that in the city of Detroit?
It is.
And what brought you to that area, Officer Martin?
Routine patrol.
And while you were on routine patrol there, what did you observe at that date and time?
I heard a loud engine coming towards me, and I looked to the left, which would have been westbound on Oakman, towards westbound on Oakman, and I observed a gray F-150 or gray Dodge Ram and a blue F-150 coming towards me at a high rate of speed, side by side, going back and forth when they
Your
passed.
Honor, I'm going to object at this point. I know that we have made an attempt here to establish the bona fides for this officer in terms of speeding, but I'm going to say that we're going to have to still have a full read through of whether or not he's made fair and see standards as to whether or not he can make a statement as to whether or not they were speeding at this point.
Right, thank you. Ms. Horn, do you want to develop the question as to, I'll give you a chance to do that if you wish to. So I'll overrule it at this time because I think Ms. Horn can probably establish that. I'm going to let her go ahead and do the questioning.
And you stated there were two basically pickup trucks heading towards you?
Yes, ma'am.
And on what road were they traveling on?
Oakman.
Okay. And is it one way that way?
It's a divided highway with no traffic barriers. There's a median in the middle. It's 2 lanes in each direction.
And they were both on Oakman?
Both going eastbound, yes, correct.
Okay. And you stated that you observe them going at a high rate of speed. Did you have your LiDAR on at the time?
It was on, but it doesn't work that way.
Okay. And how does it work?
LiDAR has to be approaching or departing from my vehicle in the same direction I'm facing. And I was perpendicular to Oakman.
Okay. And from your visual observation, let's just go back to what is the speed limit on Oakman there, if you can recall?
25 miles per hour.
And would you say that they were traveling faster than 25 miles per hour?
Yes. Yes.
Again, I'm going to object, Judge.
I understand your objection. It's still overruled at this
Thank
time. Ms. Horn is still questioning. Thank you.
Did it appear that they were traveling greater than 25 miles per hour?
Yes.
And after you observed this, what did you do?
Initiated.
I am going to stop you. I think there's, a further question to be developed, which is, Officer Martin, what made you think that they were going more than 25 miles per hour?
The area is 25 miles per hour zone, which is quite a low speed. With the objects around them and the cars that are traveling behind them, they were obviously pulling away from what I could tell from the vehicles that were behind them. And then the engine noise.
Okay, thank you.
And were they traveling side by side?
They were.
Okay. And did it appear that they were getting faster?
At first, yes.
And you said that was on Oakman Boulevard.
Correct.
Okay. And after that, after you observed that, what did you do?
I turned on my overhead lights and sirens and turned eastbound down Oakman, where I attempted to catch up to both vehicles.
And what rate of speed were you traveling to catch up to them?
I had to go close to 60 miles an hour to catch up to them.
And in a 25-mile-per-hour zone.
Correct.
And after you caught up, did you have partners with you that day?
I had 2 people working with me that day.
Okay. And do you recall your partners' names that day?
Officer Balint and Officer Cavalos.
Okay. And were you wearing body-worn cam at the time of the incident?
Yes, we were.
And did your scout car pick up any video?
Yes, it did.
Okay. And once you initiated the stop, you pulled over. Whom did you pull over out of the 2 vehicles?
I initially passed the blue F-150 and got the first vehicle in the line, which was the gray Dodge Ram.
Okay. And the gray, who was driving the F-150?
The F-150 was driven by Mr. Maitez Townsend.
Okay. And is that do you believe that person is in the virtual courtroom today?
I do.
And would you please describe something about that person?
He's got a mustache, a blue shirt, and a short afro, sitting in a vehicle with a sunroof.
Okay, thank you. Your Honor, please let the record reflect that the officer has identified the defendant?
Record will reflect Mr. Townsend in the blue shirt has been identified as the defendant.
Okay. And had you may I, Your Honor, the people would like to introduce body-worn cam of Officer Scout cam first of the scout car in which Officer Martin was operating.
Thank you. Attorney Malafide, any objection?
No objection.
Okay, thank you. Horn, please go ahead. Attorney Horn. Oh, if I'm not enabled screen sharing, let's see.
Yep, I got it. I'm just making sure I have it here. And Your Honor, this is the body-worn, actually the scout cam of Officer Josh Martin. Officer Josh Martin, is this an accurate and fair representation of your camera that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Your body-worn cam, and I'm trying to move it, Your Honor, so that it's not. Yeah, we'll put it up here. And is that your name right there?
It is.
Okay. Now the vehicles will be coming from which direction, according to what we're seeing here?
On the left side of the screen.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see if we get both.
I can tell you they were speeding, and you ain't even got to calibrate me.
And is this where you're at, catching up to them at 52 miles per hour?
Yes.
And that's according to the scout video, tracker.
Correct.
I'm gonna see what the other guy too.
And is this the vehicle in which defendant was driving?
No.
Okay. And is there more video as we move forward of defendant in the scout video?
Yes, it's going to be on Cavalos's camera, Officer Cavalos's.
And is that also a fair and accurate representation of what you saw on the other side of the vehicle, or while you were doing the investigation?
Yes, ma'am.
Point of clarification, please. Was the answer that no, the defendant was not driving the pickup truck that I'm seeing right now?
Correct. That's the other vehicle he was drag racing. The defendant's truck is going to be behind me, behind my scout car.
All right, thank you. Before we leave this video, Ms. Horn, I don't know if your plan was to show more of this video. I'm going to ask you to replay it, please. like to see it again?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Thank you.
May the record reflect that the video is being restarted.
Let's see if we get both. I'm gonna see what the other guy too.
And I think it's fair to say, would you say also, Officer Martin, it'd be fair to switch over to the body worn cam to see the conversation, Your Honor?
Yes.
Officer, I think, yeah, this is just going to be outside.
Okay.
And Your Honor, the people are requesting to publish and introduce, and for purposes for the record, the people move to admit Exhibit 1, which is the scout car video of Officer Joshua Martin.
No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, admitted or published.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And this is the video of Officer Martin. Mr. Malafide, any objections?
No, Your Honor. I'm sorry. No,
just-
sorry about that, Ms. Ward.
Just making sure. I know we both watched it.
Yep.
Okay, thank you so much. Your Honor, permission to publish?
Granted.
And Officer Martin, is this your body worn cam based on what we're looking at here?
Yes, I was the driver.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see if we get both. Hey guys, keep going. I want the ram anyways. Let's see what the other guy too. We'll see if we can get both. That's not very smart. But I'm fucking around. You got ID? Yes, I got my ID. See, please. Can I take my seatbelt off? Yes. Yeah.
And again, is this defendant?
No, it is not the defendant.
Okay. And based on your observations, what would you say this person would be? Or,
Go ahead.
or you know, what part of this video or this incident would you say this person played?
This is the other participant that also received a citation for drag racing.
Thank you.
I don't know. 702. Can you show us at Lincoln and Oakman? We got 2 trucks stopped for drag racing. You got insurance? Yes, it's on my phone. Let's see, please.
Your Honor, I'm just going to object to relevance. Can we move to the part where it's my client? I don't know why we're watching.
Absolutely. I was just
Thank you.
Yep, I appreciate that.
Because it's entertaining for us. Come on, stop it. We like watching this stuff. That's why we're here. Y'all need to just pander to us just a little bit.
Okay. The people move to admit Officer Martin's body worn cam.
Attorney
guess no-
Malphite, any?
I guess no objection. I just don't know what we're going to use it for, but sure.
Are you planning to show any more of Officer Martin's body worn camera, Attorney Horn?
No, it doesn't appear that we need to move forward further with that one, as he identifies that person as the participant and not the defendant. I believe, Mr. Malafite, we're talking about Officer Cavalos.
Okay.
Body worn cam.
I think you granted then.
Okay, permission to publish, Your Honor.
Yep, granted.
Thank you.
Are we watching Officer Cavallo's video now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see if we can get both. I'm gonna stick on the other guy too. Go. Pull over. Who's racing about here or what? No? Huh? No.
It's just kind of loud. I got an exhaust leak.
Y'all were.
Bag. It's coming from the muff. It's coming from the manifold.
You don't gotta do that. You got your driver's license on you?
Yeah.
You CPL or any firearms in the car?
An exhaust leak and noise coming from the manifold, it would not cause you to fly like that. That's done via the gas pedal. The noise may be the exhaust leak and the manifold issue, but not the speed.
Let's see registration and insurance, please. Do you know that person in that truck?
No.
This is your work vehicle?
Yeah.
Alright, give me a second, okay?
And Officer Martin, is that you ahead of us on the other vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And I think, Mr. Malafite, we might be able to go further. Let me see. I don't think.
Yeah, take a look. I don't know how much more you're going to be
Yeah.
able to get, but yeah, go ahead and take a look.
And we're on YouTube too, so I don't want any of his
Understood.
information. Yep.
Another point of clarification, please. Are we charging that Mr. Townsend is the one that's being spoken to at this point by Officer Cavalos? I just want to
Yes,
make
Your
sure
Honor.
that.
Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Correct.
Thank you. I think it's mostly near the end, officer, like you said.
Here for drag racing, okay? You're lucky that we're not taking the car. Okay? Here's all your stuff back. There's 14 days of total contact here. You have any questions?
How much is this?
The court will contact you. You have to go to court for that. It's a misdemeanor, okay?
So how was that drag racing?
You were drag racing that car.
How?
You guys were racing each other, going back and forth. It's on camera. You can show up to court and fight it if you want to, okay? Thanks.
Should I get this through?
Okay, Your Honor, may the record reflect that Officer Kafala's body worn cam stopped at 11 minutes and 42 seconds. And at this time, that is the video.
Yeah, it stopped. What purpose did it serve? We gained nothing from that.
The record will so reflect. I'm concerned that there is something that you want me to be getting from the beginning of that video. And I don't know if I'm alone in not being able to understand what the defendant was saying. And I don't know if you can replay it. I'll try to give it a closer listen, that first part that you played, because I'm having trouble understanding what was said.
Okay, Your Honor, Mr. Malafite, I'm going to replay it, okay?
Yes,
for
that's
the
fine.
court. Okay, thank you.
Listen, please, see if I can't hear. See if you can understand what he's saying. Try to understand if it's just our.
And it might not pick up for 30 seconds or so. Usually it's a nice little silent pause before
And
it.
it's in a little bit. You can move it, I think, a touch, but.
Okay.
Because they got to stop him first.
Let's see if we get both. I'm gonna signal the other guy too. Go. Pull over. Who's racing about here or what? No? Huh? No.
It's just kind of loud. I got an exhaust sweep.
Y'all were.
Bag is coming from the muff. It's coming from the manifold.
You don't gotta do that. You got your driver's license on you?
Yeah.
You CPL or any firearms in the car?
Yes, sir.
Can I see your registration and insurance, please? Do you know that person in that truck?
Yeah.
This is your work vehicle?
Yeah.
Alright, give me a second, okay?
Satisfied, Your Honor, or
Yes, thank you,
okay,
Attorney
thank
Horn.
you, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
And in closing with this witness at this time, Officer Martin, is that a fair and accurate representation of what you observed during this incident?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you did you write a ticket for drag racing for the other participant?
Yes, both participants received a ticket.
Okay, thank you. I think no further questions at this time, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Cross?
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, officer.
Good morning, Mr. Malphite.
So a couple of quick things, sir, that we needed to clarify. I know that you'd mentioned before that you were qualified in LiDAR, radar, all sorts of different types of speed training. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I believe that you had mentioned that that it is the sort of thing that gets renewed. When was the last time that you had your speed training renewed?
It does not get renewed. That I'm aware of. I could be wrong, I'm not saying, but I was not notified by the academy that I need to take a recert on it.
Okay.
I can tell you the exact date if you give me a second when I was qualified, if that helps.
If you can do that if you would like, sir, I guess my only question would be whether or not it had happened in the last year.
It was not the last year, sir.
Okay. Sir, you stated previously that this is the sort of thing that you would have to make a determination based on when they were passing by you, you weren't using LiDAR because LiDAR would not work in that manner. Is that accurate?
Correct.
And it is your testimony that you weren't using any other sort of method, scientific, using a laser or anything else to measure their speed. Is that accurate?
I was not using any other instrument, sir.
Okay. Sir, you mentioned that you noticed where my client was located, or you became aware of them. At what point? When did they first come to your attention?
They would have been between 14th and I think that's Linwood.
Okay.
So I'm at Rosa Parks. The next light is 14th, so it would have been near 14th.
Okay. In terms of rough distance, what is the distance between you and where they were located?
When I first saw them?
Correct.
Just under 1,000 feet.
Okay. So did you become aware of them when they were at the light, or was it, as I seem to recall, someone mentioned something about a noise that alerted to you?
I heard a loud exhaust beating up.
Okay.
Like getting louder and fine. I don't know how to describe it. Getting more high pitched, which typically means they're speeding up.
Understood. So it was the noise that triggered you to look that way, and that's when you saw both of them located. I guess it would have been a little less than 1,000 feet moving away from the light.
Correct.
Okay. Did you at any point see, if you recall, was there anybody in front of them at that light, or when you observed them?
It was just the two vehicles. There was, I think, two other vehicles behind them, but they were the first two people I seen.
Okay. In watching the video that you have just seen, is it a fair statement to say that the car that was, I'll use the term winning, was the gray car, the car belonging to not to Mr. Townsend?
Correct. It was a gray Dodge Ram.
Okay. Do you recall the distance in between the two when they passed by you, or would you have to refresh your recollection?
I would say it was probably around 50 feet.
Okay, so there was that was the gap between the two at that point.
Give or take, yeah.
Okay. Now, you had testified previously that you had observed that there was, and you can correct my language on this, but that they had traded places, like they were accelerating, attempting to get past one another. Was there a point in which my client had passed the gray car?
Not past him, no. Not from the visual that I had.
Okay, from the visual, what you observed, it was simply that the one car was accelerating. My client's car was also accelerating, but not keeping pace.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
And sir, you'd refreshed your recollection using the video. What were you using in order to make a determination of how fast you believe that my client was going before they passed by your squad car?
Visual estimate with the stationary objects, the sound of the car, and then both vehicles.
Okay. Is there a term for the ability to figure out based on visual objects? Is there a method to that?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't know the term for it.
Okay. Have you ever heard the term pacing?
Yes, I've paced vehicles before.
Okay. Would it be an accurate statement to say that what you were attempting to do was pace the car?
No.
No.
Pacing would require me to be behind them or traveling in a similar direction as them, gauging my speed on my car with their speed on theirs.
Very good. So then you're saying that you were using one stationary object, or was it your placement based against another stationary object in order to make a determination of the speed that they were moving at?
I was gauging from the light on 14th and where I was sitting on 12th. I wasn't timing it. I was just seeing that they were moving higher than 25 miles an hour, in my opinion, my 3.5 years of being LiDAR trained.
Understood. But again, the LiDAR doesn't really play into this. Okay, hold on just 1 second, sir. Your Honor, I don't believe I have any other questions for this witness.
Right, thank you. Any redirect, Attorney Horn?
Yes, Your Honor. Based on just one question as to your visionary observation here on the speed, had you been observing speeds greater than the speed limit within the last year?
Yes.
Had you been observing speeds greater than the speed limit or greater than great speeds or fast speeds within the last week of this incident?
Of that incident, yes.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything further, Attorney Malafide, for this witness?
Not with this witness. Mr. Townsend, did you wish to testify?
What exactly do you mean by that?
We talked about this, Mr. Townsend. You have a right to remain silent. You don't need to take the stand if you don't wish to.
I mean, in my case, I wasn't
No, Mr. Townsend, no. The only question we're answering right now is whether or not you wish to testify. Don't speak unless, is that what you wish to do? Do you want to testify?
No.
Mr. Townsend, what your attorney is asking you is if you wish to try to tell your side of the story. If you wish to do that, both he and Attorney Horn will have the ability to ask you questions.
What they're asking is, do you wish to perjure yourself at this time by saying you weren't drag racing?
To try to establish their side of the case. You are under no obligation to testify, and no negative inference is made from your refusal to testify or your desire not to testify. And so it is completely up to you.
Okay, no.
Okay. Then, Your Honor, we would rest.
Thank you. Okay, so let me start by saying part of my initial confusion was that the ticket has Mr. Townsend driving a gray vehicle. It appears in the video that the gray vehicle was the lead vehicle and Mr. Townsend was in the blue vehicle when all is said and done. But I don't think that's fatal to the ticket. I think due process has been met here on the face of the ticket, given the context. I too was watching to see if pacing had been engaged as a method to determine speed here initially, because initially I was watching the gray truck, which according to the ticket would have been the one that I expected Mr. Townsend to be driving, which is why I asked to have the video replayed. I wanted to see how fast Officer Martin was going and for how long and how close he stayed to the gray vehicle so that we could determine whether or not a speed had been established of some sort, given pacing. However, then we learned that that in fact was not Mr. Townsend's vehicle. And so what I don't have is LiDAR, radar, or pacing, even anything close to pacing Mr. Townsend's vehicle. It's very obvious to me that that gray truck was speeding. And if I had a speeding ticket in front of me on the gray truck, they'd be guilty all day long. Then I asked to have the video replayed because I was looking for the other vehicle, thinking, where is this other vehicle that Mr. Townsend is operating? And is there any evidence that they're pacing? And I didn't see that. So, and then I was listening to see, I asked to have the video replayed again because I was listening to see, had there been some sort of admission made by Mr. Townsend at the time he was pulled over, that in fact he was engaged in a race of some sort with this other vehicle, and I did not hear that. I've worked with Officer Martin for a long time, and I have a lot of respect for him and what he does. I do think he is very credible. But I've got to have, according to the statute, a rate of speed exceeding the speed limit on Mr. Townsend's particular vehicle to find him guilty of drag racing. I have to have something that shows me that he was exceeding the speed limit. As I said, I can see very clearly that the gray truck was, but I can't see from the video that Mr. Townsend's truck was. This is the difficulty that I'm having. I don't have on the video cars overtaking each other, moving back and forth. I've got what was described as 1,000-foot approximately gap between these two vehicles. I'm just having difficulty finding the elements met here. As I said, although I have a lot of respect for Officer Martin and what he does, because I know he's been doing it for a long time. When I was doing civil infraction hearings, I've been working with him for a long time. But I'm not seeing the elements met in this particular case. Officer Martin, I see your hand is raised. I'm in the opinion portion, but because I do have a lot of respect for you, is there something that I'm missing in terms of the statement that I've made?
I wouldn't say missing. I just don't know if you observed both vehicles in the front radar or the front camera after I turned, because both vehicles were in there in that camera footage. The blue F-150 pulled to the side and I passed him, and that's because I went for the first car first. I understand what you're saying with the elements, and I'm in no disagreement with you at this time. I don't have an articulable way to determine speed without measurements. So I'm going on past experience in 8 years. But I understand what you're saying. I just didn't know if you've seen both vehicles in my camera footage after I turned. That was my only question.
Okay, so part of the problem was I wasn't initially looking for a blue truck. I was focused on a gray truck because the ticket is listed as a gray truck. And I'm happy to try to look at it again, but there are certain ways that speed must be established. We've got LiDAR, radar, and pacing. As you said, I don't know any term or any standard that uses a stationary object, although let's do this. And I know this is a little bit out of the ordinary. Ms. Horn, would you play that first video again for me, please?
The term is called visual estimate, and cops are trained in that. I can't do it because my brain doesn't work that quick, and I can't math worth a shit on the fly. But cops are able to say they traveled X amount of distance in X amount of time, therefore they were going approximately X amount of speed. And they get it within a mile or two per hour of that speed limit accurately. I've seen it done 100 times. I don't know why this is new information. Hello, Linda Adams, my sweetie.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Thank you.
And you described pacing perfectly, which has been, one of my irritations over the years. And you've got that down pat exactly how to do it, not with you, but with some of the other officers that are describing what they would describe as pacing, which was not when they weren't pacing. So I'm glad to know that you have a good understanding of that.
Normally I do pace, but the initial stop for this was what was seen before they passed me. So unfortunately, that's not on camera, and I have no disagreements with you on the established probable cause.
Okay, thank you. But we'll take a look at it one more time, see if I can see anything.
If you don't mind, I can narrate it, or you just rather watch it.
You're still sworn. If Attorney Malafide does not have an objection,
I have no objection.
Okay, go ahead and describe to me as we're seeing it. That's fine. Thank you.
So the first vehicle you're going to see should be the Dodge Ram in the number 1 lane, which is the furthest car from me. Right there. And then you have the blue F-150 right behind him on the right in the number 2 lane. And when I pull over, the first set of headlights or taillights is going to be Mr. Townsend. The one in front of him is going to be the Dodge Ram. And as you can see, it took me well over 1,000 feet to catch up to both vehicles. Obviously, the Ram was going at a way higher rate of speed than the F-150. That's not in any question. But yeah, so I just wanted to make sure you've seen both vehicles. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you for doing that. I did see it.
Welcome.
You know, unfortunately, because you did get the first vehicle, you overtook the second vehicle. And so I don't even have like a semi-pacing kind of an analysis to make with respect to the first vehicle because you weren't with them long enough to establish any rate of speed that he might have been going. Like I said, gray truck is guilty all day of high speed. I don't know about the drag racing, but of certainly of going at high speed. In terms of Mr. Townsend, I just don't have enough evidence there to establish that he was going above the rate of speed long enough to establish pacing, or that occurred long enough to establish that, or that that they were engaged in drag racing. So I'm going to find him not guilty. Mr. Townsend, I'm finding you not guilty of the drag racing. All right. I'm sorry. I should have allowed closing arguments, Ms. Attorney Horn, because I went straight into my opinion. Attorney Horn, if you wish to make one, I'm still open to being convinced otherwise. If that's the case, please go ahead.
Just 1 minute. For closing for the people, based on what prior to the ruling, I was just going to state that Officer Martin is very credible and experienced as to watching vehicles going faster than speed limit, which was 25, which I believe he was very transparent about it being a slow area. So even it's very noticeable. He's also had an opportunity to visualize and pace within even a week or so before this incident. There were 2 or more vehicles, which was the Ram and the F-150, the pickup trucks side by side in an attempt to outdistance each other. The back and forth that was observed before approaching the scout car and the side by side almost, while Mr. Townsend's vehicle was not winning. It did appear that they were racing each other, and he may not have been winning because of the issues he mentioned with his car. But in closing, they were on a common course, which was Oakman Boulevard in the city of Detroit. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Attorney Horn. And again, I could not understand much of what the defendant was saying in the video. So you are raising an issue of saying what was going on. He might not have been winning because of the issues with his car. The problem is I'm sitting here with Madam Clerk, and I also asked her to listen closely because I could not understand what was said. And so it sounds like you're saying he was having issues with his vehicle. So that's noted for the record. Okay, Attorney Malafide, any closing argument?
Not too much to add that the court hasn't already said. I would point to Officer Martin, who I agree has been very forthcoming in all of these matters, Judge. I think that one of the things that he mentioned is what called to his attention was the very loud exhaust. That's what made him turn his head when they initially went to look. I believe, Judge, that is one of the things, and it makes sense to me because that is the thing that most people associate with accelerating quickly. And Mr. Townsend's point, I believe, when he was going through this is like, no, it sounds like this all the time. He said that's why that this particular thing happened. Judge, I don't think, given the circumstances that we have here, and the court's already mentioned this, that I don't know if we've established all of what we would need to in order to show that there was acceleration, showing a mutual agreement to accelerate at the light to exceed the speed limit, because we'd have to be able to show that that's part of the prima facie case, that it's like, well, they intended to exceed the speed limit past this point at that time. And I think what it was is that they saw the very fast moving car next to it. They heard the loud exhaust, and a conclusion was reached.
All right, thank you. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing further from the people. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Yeah, and I would agree. The prima facie case does require that they accelerate rapidly from a common point, and unfortunately, we're not seeing them from a common point because they're coming through light. The finding is not guilty at this point. Please don't take it personally. Officer Martin is one of my favorite officers, and I think he knows that. We've had discussions about my neighborhood and places I need to look out for and go and not go, and I've always appreciated his advice and find him very credible.
Mistakes happen, and that's something I own up to. So
All right, so yeah, just on this one, I'm just not finding the elements met, so not guilty here.
Thank you,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
thank you. Okay.
Real quick, Your Honor, is Mr. Malphite able to go to a breakout room real quick?
Yes, absolutely.
You guys
Um,
want to go
can we
to, why don't
move-
I move you? Yep, I'm going to open the rooms back up. That'll probably pop you both back where you are, and then
I'll go to 3, and then I'll try to find you if you don't.
Yep, he's in room 1. You can go to room 1. Mr. Townsend, we're done with the trial. There's no reason that you have to remain. I'm not sure what the
Yeah, I see. I've seen her do cases where she's been quite a bit harder. There, in her defense, there's certain elements that had to be met. Apparently, they weren't met to her satisfaction. I'm not saying that she's always a shit judge. I'm going to say I disagree with her opinion here. You guys can say whatever you want. Well, the judge didn't either. I think they were racing. I don't know any other reason why. I mean, they would be both going almost an identical speed. My guess is Mr. Townsend either saw the cops before the other truck and was willing to was willing to forfeit the race because he didn't want to get in trouble. But we don't know if it was a red light or if it was a yellow light. Like if they started from that singular point and then accelerated, which is what the officer's claiming happened. Golly, Mortimer Duke, I love you so much. Oh my gosh. I love you so fucking much, Mortimer Duke. I'm very restricted. Very, very restricted. Yeah, then it would 100% be racing and indisputable. But we don't have, and the reason why I believe, I mean, the guy flat out said, you know, hey, it's my manifold, I got a leak in my exhaust, you know, whatever. If he was stationary and it wasn't making noise, and then the light turned green and the two of them, you know, punched it like a bat out of hell, and it was making a lot of noise. That's what the officer said drew his attention. I mean, or the defense attorney alleged that that's what drew the officer's attention. I don't know, whatever it was, but clearly there was no loud exhaust and then suddenly loud exhaust. My light. It only lasts for one stream and then a half of a stream before I have to charge it again. So, all right, guys. I bet that officer wishes he was. All right, guys. I am going to go to bed. I'm super tired. I don't hear a meowing cat anymore. I don't know. Jerry, I have not had time to test any other things. I've got 10,000 things that I'm doing all at once. I I can get enough cases to be able to stream. Unfortunately, there are certain judges that I can't get because they take things down immediately. So it's going to have to be what it is. Okay? I'm going to bed now. I love you guys. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.